Marky Mark's DIY.
Well, welcome back to the bathroom. Our never-ending project, seemingly. We're down to the trim, so we're going to be throwing that up, and that's what you'll be seeing.
Welcome, Marky Mark's DIY.
Well, good morning. We're installing a piece of trim along the baseboard here. Pretty much the same thing as this for Amber's, what do you call it, the wainscoting effect.
Yeah, the shaker style wainscoting.
So it's not wainscoting per se with the wood coming up all the way across. It's more like a box and the paint is the effect. So I'm getting ready to make the cut here, and I don't have a miter box, but that's easily to circumvent. We're just going to start to cut at each end. That way we got a good starting and ending point.
I'm sorry, we know that we've been a little long on this. The project down in the shop is literally taking up all of the room, so getting updates for the DIY bathroom is a little hard.
And we'll snap that. Yeah, it may be taking up more room too shortly. Let's see, since we got making the pieces and putting them together, two different things. I got a little bit of carpet in the way. I'll wind up cutting that off, but for right now I'm just going to peel it back. The subflooring is two different heights. That may or may not affect me. I'm kind of testing for that at the moment. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The carpet might be. We have a pretty snug fit. That looks like a good fit. Get my 1950s vintage rocket hammer. $2 flea market find. And some number 4 finishing nails, and whack it in there. I guess I'll start at this end.
And a little back history on this. Before we converted this into our DIY master bathroom, this was just a closet.
Kind of a utility closet.
And we'll provide, if you look over right about in here on the video, we'll provide some links. There'll be a little explanation mark. You can go ahead and click on that and see some links to other aspects of this bathroom rebuild.
I think I'll wait to bring up the nail set on that one. That I'm not fond of. I'll tighten it up. There we go. Another piece of trim. Your bathroom is coming along. So that takes care of the baseboard trim, and I just installed the knobs which match the vanity. These are amethyst colored glass, and we've got some matching pulls for the doors on the cabinets when we get them. But when I installed these, I centered them, so I measured up and down and across, found center, drilled a hole, and just screwed them in there. You can't screw the glass too tight, just a little bit past hand tight, because it will damage the glass and crunch it. And they provide very long screws, about 3 inches, so they're protruding out the back kind of far, and I usually just use a Dremel and whack off the excess. So I got to do that yet since the Dremel's down in the shop. Next up is the trim I'm going to put around the door. And actually there's a door where the camera's at too, the entrance to the bathroom. So I got a pile of this the other day, which is Philippine mahogany, that was actually like 59 cents a foot. The hemlock was 79 cents a foot, so that was a no-brainer, and it turned out very nice. So we stained it and threw a little polyurethane on it, so that should match quite nicely with the rest of the stuff in the house. So I'll have to measure, cut, and tack that in. And got all my tools handy, except for, I think I might want to level. This particular piece is a little tricky because the framing for the door was so out of plumb, so I've got a lot to cover. Not a big deal. So let's get to measuring. Matter of fact, I could probably cheat and just mark this one, since I'm right here.
In one of these videos, we'll go over a little bit of the cost for this bathroom. You might be surprised. It has been a very frugal and budget-friendly DIY bathroom, including using, for the vanity that we made, the top of this vanity was actually old vanity that we replaced in the other bathroom, and we repurposed it for in here.
I think we figured the vanity cost about $100 in materials to make.
Well, actually, that was $100 just for all of the wood that we're using, including the trim.
I was just thinking of the vanity. I mean, we still have the knobs and the faucet, and I didn't even count the hoses under there, so I'm still thinking easily $100. Now, you could go buy one probably at, you know, Home Depot or wherever for $100, but it's going to be pressboard crap.
And it's going to fall apart.
Yep, which is, I don't know about your environment. If you live in Arizona, it may work, but here it's a very damp environment. Come to me a little bit. There we go. And pressboard just doesn't work. It delaminates quickly and swells and does everything you don't want it to, so it's not a good choice for
which was
long-term.
actually one of the reasons why we had to replace the other vanity in the bathroom. The bottom part was totally swollen and falling apart.
Yeah, we had purchased a little corner shelf that was just basically a piece of chipboard with the melamine on it, and in 6 months it was delaminated. Of course, I was in a bathroom to begin with, to be fair, which is extra humid. But still, you get the idea. So, obviously I don't have a miter box, but I'm generally fairly good at getting my angles close. But what you could always do too is take a little block plane and give it a skim, which would straighten it up too. A miter box is only a couple bucks, not a big deal, but usually I don't need one. If I'm working on something precise, I'm down in the shop where I've got more expensive equipment than a $5 miter box to have something.
So
Perfect.
are you saying your woodworking is kind of like with my cooking? How I'll like just throw things together because I know the proportions and I don't need the measurements and this and that, and you're similar with the woodworking because you've had so much experience?
That's exactly what it is, just experience, repetition, etc. Let's see, I want the top right about there. Ish.
So we have a new game for everybody out there today. So we're going to play Trivia with Wood. Now,
Trivia with wood?
Trivia with Wood. So, today's clue, and if you're
What's the object?
to find out the answer.
Okay. Are we guessing what kind of wood?
Well, we'll ask a trivia question, and everybody can give their best answers. And you can tune in to the next video, and we will provide yet another trivia wood question and give you an answer to the previous one. Now today's trivia question, if you go back and look through our videos, in one of our videos, we're not going to say which one, there is the answer.
Probably because she doesn't know which one.
I know which one.
Oh, you're slick. Well, you do all the videos, so you should know. I don't know which one, because I don't do the videos. So, go ahead.
So, what famous painting was made out of poplar?
You mean painted on poplar?
Yes.
Why would somebody paint a painting on poplar?
It was handy.
It was handy.
Is that part of the trivia question?
It could be. How many parts should there be to the question?
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah.
So we've got a two-part trivia question. What famous painting was painted on poplar? And why was it painted on it?
I may have a problem hammering behind the toilet. Yeah, we'll see. This one's going to be a little difficult. A little less difficult than I thought. Okay, so more trim. So,
Yep.
and continuing with the door, I'll probably, I don't know, have to rip a piece to do the other corner to make it all match pretty and all.
Well, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a message, and guess on your trivia question.